This movie is better than the previous two movies, but I still wouldn't call it a good movie. I'm still not a huge fan of these characters. I don't think that Noah is that great of a protagonist. I don't like how passive he is. He doesn't have that much personality or strong traits. I mean, I guess he loves his friends, but that's pretty much it. He's not nearly as interesting a protagonist as Caesar was, and I was never really excited to see this guy do stuff. Proximus is just a generic, tyrannical bad guy. He wants access to guns and human technology so that the apes could be like how humans were at their peak. And he wants to dominate humans and treat them like how apes were treated before they became smart. So yeah, this is pretty basic stuff that we've already seen before. Besides that, there's just not that much to this character. He isn't really cool or interesting on his own. He's just a generic tyrannical bad guy without any depth. I do like Raka. He's a kind, wise old ape. I like the scene where he tells Noah who Caesar really is and what the past was like when humans were still around. He's a pretty chill guy, and he's easily my favorite character. And I was pretty bummed out when he died. May is a completely boring and characterless character, and the acting doesn't really help this. I don't think she's made more than one facial expression throughout the whole movie. Her whole motive is that she doesn't want apes to get access to human technology, which is understandable, but that's pretty much all she is as a character. She has no personality whatsoever. She also betrays Noah and leaves him to die. So, she's not very likable either. Trevathan wasn't very interesting, and I don't like him at all. He's just a pathetic weasel who's willing to subject himself and all humans to Proximus's rule. Why? I don't really know why. He's just a coward. And that's all there is to this character. There's nothing interesting or likable about him. He's completely useless as a character. One thing I don't like is how we don't know anything about the other clans. And clans seem to be pretty important in this movie. We don't even know anything about the Eagle clan, which Noah is in. So when Noah decides he's going back to free them, I didn't really care that much because I didn't know who they were. I would have been more invested in this plotline if it was given more time to develop. There's also this really forced moment where Anaya decides not to help Noah free his clan because he's too scared, and the other apes feel bad for him. But then not even 5 minutes later, he gathers up enough courage to want to go with them. And we're supposed to feel some sort of emotion out of this? This just feels super forced because there's not nearly enough time between these two events for it to feel impactful. We also don't really know who Anaya is, and it's not even clear that we need him, or Suna for that matter. But she's Noah's love interest, so that kind of gets a pass, I guess. The scene just felt useless. I also don't like the ending and how Proximus was defeated. He wasn't even defeated by Noah. He was defeated by a bunch of eagles. This just wasn't a satisfying ending. So yeah, this movie is my second favorite movie in the series, but it's still not great. The characters were a little better than the last two movies, and this movie is more engaging than the last two, but it still falls short in a lot of the same areas. And although this movie was better than the last two, I still wouldn't really call it a good movie. It gets a 6 out of 10. So yeah, as I revisited these movies, I realized they weren't as good as I remember. All of them suffer from pretty much the same issues, although to varying degrees. And they all seem to be overrated to me. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Planet of the Apes movies.